Two teams riding 12-game win streaks collide tonight inside of the Colt Corral, featuring the top two candidates for MOAC Player of the Year competing for the top spot in the league. As Mel Blubaugh and Clear Fork battle, Eve Schwemley and Shelby. Live and free coverage of the Colts versus Whippets comes at you from Bellevue. Next.
Coach B.
Hey, Travis, what's up?
Oh, not much. What's that sound?
Just working on some long overdue improvements here.
Whoa.
Fit for a Hall of Famer. Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up.
It's the Carothers Pest Control pregame show. First place in the MOAC on the line here tonight in Belleville between Clear Fork and first place Shelby. I am Brian Skowronski. The great Jake Furr, award-winning writer for the Mansfield News Journal, is joining me here tonight. And I think pretty rare to reach this late in January, and we got two teams riding winning streaks this long. I mean, 24 combined W's in a row. I mean, there's a lot of juice behind this matchup here tonight.
Absolutely, and I mean, just the matchup's history and everything, like what's on the line tonight. Shelby can clinch at least a share of their 7th straight league championship. You know, Clear Fork hasn't won one since '04. You know, you're looking at 21-year drought. It's the 04 one is their only one in program history. So this is I mean, it's a must-win for both. You know, I don't, you know, Shelby, you know, if Shelby ends up losing this one, I think, you know, they still have their destiny. So, you know, but it's big. No matter what, whenever these two teams get together, it's huge.
Let's tell you about Shelby and their season so far tonight. Only loss actually came the second week of the season at D1 Reynoldsburg, and then since then they've nearly doubled their opponents in terms of scoring per night. So you want to talk about winning, that's one thing, but the dominance in which Shelby and these 8 seniors have been displaying, it's been very impressive to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they've really had a close league game yet. I mean, they beat Clear Fork by double digits the first time around. I think that might have been their close one. They played Pleasant kind of close. But man, they're a machine, man. They've got it rolling, and it's not stopping yet. So I mean, it's one of the most impressive kind of runs that we've seen kind of in Richland County, I believe, in girls basketball.
Yeah, since the second week of the season, unblemished.
Yeah.
Natalie Lance in this program, they have got the thing rolling right now. One of those 8 seniors, Miss Serena Ramsey, is going to be our player spotlight tonight. I feel like she brings a lot of swag, a lot of consistency. She's got great size. She looks me eye to eye. She's about 6 foot tall. And she's just kind of a veteran who understands how to play basketball and then what her role is on this particular team.
Yeah, just lanky arms, really athletic, can jump out of the gym. And I have her as my key player of the game tonight just because Clear Fork averages over 15 offensive rebounds per game.
Good number.
And Serena's going to have to stop that. I mean, it's going to be on her to get those defensive boards and put this thing to bed.
So there is Serena getting ready for action here tonight. She's going to have to be dominant in the paint, try to keep Clear Fork off the offensive glass. It's one of my keys to victory tonight as well. Before these Lady Colts, they drop back-to-back games to Shelby and Bellevue, who are combined 32-2 on the season, so nothing wrong with that. Since then, they've cruised to 12 straight victories, and they've only had one game decided by 12 points or less. So I was talking about how dominant Shelby's been. Well, if you look right to my left, Clear Fork, they've got kind of the same storyline.
Yeah, I mean, and that loss to Bellevue, I think it was only a 1-point loss to a very, very good Bellevue team, state ranked in the division ahead of them. So battle tested. That's a good way to put what Clear Fork is. They've rattled off some really, really good wins, put themselves in a very good position to compete for a league championship. And in late January, that's all you really want. And, that with that 12-game winning streak, I think that's a program record. So Scott Sellers has got some very good things rolling over here, and it's been awesome just to watch him work.
I just like the style of play, too.
Yeah.
I mean, you can critique how many three-pointers they shoot, but the energy and effort in which they attack the offensive glass, if you guys have not seen them yet so far this season, you're in for a treat tonight to see the motor and how quickly they try to get those second-chance points. Brinley Barnett is who we're going to focus our player spotlight on here tonight, the second leading scorer on the team. She's made 38 threes so far in the season, Jake. That's second best on the team, and that's better than 2 per contest. I feel like she's really solid at both ends of the floor, and another cerebral type of player like Serena that you can trust her, I think, in any type of situation.
Yeah, the last game against Pleasant, she was ice cold the whole night. And then fourth quarter, crunch time, when they needed a big bucket, she knocks two threes back to back, and makes it a double-digit, 2-possession game. And I think she's key tonight because I think she's going to have to knock down some shots because Shelby's focus is going to be on Mel Blubaugh. And if somebody else is knocking down some shots, they're going to have to switch some focus and leave Mel in some one-on-one positions. And that's a deadly combo, which she's got one person guarding her.
Yeah, you see Brinley in the numbers that she's been putting up so far this season, 11 points per game, almost 3 assists. As I mentioned, she's kind of a dynamo at both ends, as well as she plays on the defensive end of things, too. But you brought up Mel Blubaugh and having to go one-on-one with her. That was definitely not the case the first meeting, and specifically defensively for Clear Fork, they kind of went a triangle and 2 or a box and 1 to try to slow down Eve Schwemley. So let's look at our MOAC Player of the Year competition, the comparison between easily the 2 players that are going to finish 1 and 2 in that voting. And you look at the numbers across the board, Blubaugh has basically doubled her points per game production from last season. And Eve, who's a defending Player of the Year in this conference too, her numbers are way better than a season ago. Yeah,
and if Clear Fork ends up winning this thing, it would be a shame to not give Player of the Year to both of those players. Like, they hardly ever do a co-league Player of the Year just because of how voting turns out. But this is one of those situations where they're the 2 best players on the 2 best teams, and they're both phenomenal. They're going to be, I'll call it now, they're going to be my Players of the Year for the News Journal. Like, they're just that good, and I respect both of them a lot.
The only thing I would say, I've seen Clear Fork a lot more than Shelby. When Mel Blubaugh comes off the floor, I don't feel like it changes significantly. Yeah. When Eve Schwemley takes a seat, Shelby looks different, and they're not quite as confident. A little bit more turnovers when she's on the bench. That would be the only reason that I would maybe give her the nod, because it's the most valuable player, and she definitely brings a lot of value when she's on the floor.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's no argument there for me.
As we get ready for our national anthem in the Star-Spangled Banner, I had the opportunity to grab Natalie Lance a couple of minutes ago for a little impromptu interview. So let's hear from the longtime coach now of the Lady Whippets. really lands with me now, and when you've been coaching as long as you do, take me through your day so far today, because you said not really any nerves associated with coming into big games anymore. So how do you break it down from start to finish heading up to tip-off time?
I mean, we keep a pretty good regiment. We get up, we have a walkthrough in the morning, let the girls get some shots up, and go home and take it easy, get showered and cleaned up, and meet back for the bus, and here we are. So yeah, I mean, I get more excited, I think, than anything. I was always an energy type player, and I try to bring energy when I coach too, and sometimes the girls need it and they can feed off you, and so yeah, that's it.
We notice on the sidelines a lot of defensive slides for you over there, trying to encourage the girls.
It keeps me in good shape.
You got to get them in the wins when you can, of course, and you've done a lot of that so far since you've been in the MOAC. 6 consecutive championships, so when that's all the girls have known, what type of confidence and swagger do you feel like walking into gyms like this tonight?
That's actually one of the things that we've talked to the girls about recently is don't ever get tired of winning. You know, you need to play like champions, and you know, this year especially, I feel like, you know, we definitely have a target on our back. We've got a veteran group with 8 seniors and a lot of teams coming after us. Like you said, 6 straight MOAC titles, and we're in good position right now, but we've got 3 MOAC games, including tonight's, and so we want the girls to play to win always, to play confident and fearless, and, you know, trust in each other, and so I feel like you know, we do our best to prepare the girls and keep them confident, and we'll see what happens.
All right, best of luck to you tonight. I'm sure you'll be bringing the juice on the sideline.
I hope so. Thank you.
Thank you. Always love catching up with Natalie. She's got a smile on her face and brings a lot of juice to the program, and you better believe you'll see her on the sideline tonight, getting her exercise in, doing that little defensive slide, and encouraging her girls to go all in. So, 2 great teams, 2 12-game win streaks. Let's jump inside of Jake's take tonight. Who gets it done and how?
Man, you know, I think it's all going to come down to Clear Fork's three-point shooting. You know, we talk a lot about how many they attempt, how many they make. If they're knocking them down tonight, I mean, they're averaging almost double-digit makes per game. So if they reach that 10, 11, 12 mark, you know, I think they can get it done. And, you know, Lexi Moon for Shelby is out tonight. I think she hurt her knee in practice the other day. She had a really, really big game here last year, and Shelby shot like 70-some% for the game. So, you know, it's going to come down to three-point shooting. I think if Clear Fork's knocking them down, they can get this, but they're kind of struggling a little bit. You know, that name across the chest on for Shelby,
you know, it means something.
It's in their minds. Like, you know, like we said, they're 12-1 in their past 3 games against Clear Fork, or past 13 games against Clear Fork. So that mental hurdle is something tough to get over.
The one thing you like about that hurdle is they got over it at least last season one time, right?
Yeah, at least once by a 1-point game, but you know, I think it's always still in their minds. So that's something they got to get over, and if they can do it here at home, that'll be a big boost for this program.
All right, a big boost here to the pregame show. Thanks a lot, Jake, for the take here tonight. I know you got some photos, so get out there, get to work, and always appreciate the time, bro.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, so there it is. Jake Furr of the Mansfield News Journal giving you a little bit of insight into this game. Nobody covers Richland County quite as well as that man right there, so always appreciate Jake and just what he's able to bring to the table. But for me and my keys to victory, let's dive in since we're looking at Clear Fork, and let's tell you about the Lady Colts and how I feel like they get it done tonight. Jake said it's going to be the 3-point shot. I agree. However, there's going to be a lot of misses off of those threes. They only average about 30% from downtown, so you got to get some second chance points. That's carried them on a couple of nights that I've seen them here on their home gym, get some offensive rebounds and be able to get some putbacks. And then how can you not key on Eve Schwemley? That was the game plan the last time that they played. They held her in check. I think only 7 points, right around there for Eve in the first meeting. So when you're doing a box and 1 or triangle and 2, you're able to shut down one player. They were not able to clamp down on Serena Ramsey. We'll see if she has a big game. On the flip side tonight, for the Lady Whippets, my keys to victory brought to you by our friends over at Carothers Pest Control. Defensive rebounding to eliminate those second chance points. So you see they kind of go hand in hand on the flip side of each part here tonight. And then you got to get out on the fast break. And I feel like that initiative has to come quickly. If you get a defensive board, maybe you take it yourself off of the glass, get a couple of dribbles before you find that outlet, get it into the hands of your guards, Schwemley's always a good idea to find, and she can be a one-lady wrecking crew as well as she Euro steps in the lane. So those are my keys to victory tonight for both sides. And as we bring it back here to Les Hauenstein Gymnasium, you see circling about here, it's one of the cool things that they really do at Clear Fork. Fans all around the perimeter of the court get some high fives, some last words of encouragement before they huddle up, get their instructions, and then go out to battle. And Coach Scott Sellers telling Jake before the game he felt like there's no pressure on his team here tonight. Shelby is the one that is the hunted. Of course, they're the 6-time defending league champions. They have owned Clear Fork in this head-to-head, so he does not feel as though they're coming in here going to be tight. Should be able to play just their style of basketball. Not that it's just another opponent, though. Do want to say hello to everybody out there watching live and free. If you're on our Facebook, you know where to find the comment section. Already tons coming in. I'm going to read those at every timeout that we get, so drop me some comment bombs. YouTube, the main channel as well. And then we are live on Twitter X tonight. That's a new feature for us that just began a few days ago. So any of those 3 social medias, you can find us. Make sure that you're having your voice heard. We will bring you on into the broadcast in our fan zone. Lady Whippets win the tip. Clear Fork, though, in that half-court defense, they like to trap, they pressure you, they force you to make erratic decisions. That happens here. It's a turnover on the opening possession for Shelby. Blubaugh sizing up the competition. Sophie Long starts on her skip pass. Here's our player. Spotlight bottoms up. Bridley from long range. Great sign, 1 shot, 1 kill from downtown. Ramsey forces that one up short corner. The pressure coming from the weak side. Quality defense by the Lady Colts, but an even better looking stroke right there on our North Central State College replay. Barnett, a game changer in so many different facets. Whitaker skip pass, and how do you leave Bechtel alone? She'll splash one from the corner as well, so 2 shots. 2 bombs right now for the Lady Colts. Tough catch, Ramsey skies up to the 2nd story to be able to collect it, but it's a turnover again. Trinity Baker had to go off her leg. Dream start for Coach Sellers, and if you're a fan of LCP here tonight, got the basketball back. You've got Shelby sped up down at their offensive side of things and brimming with confidence right now, the shooters for the Lady Colts. Whitaker able to chase down the deflection. Now Lillian from half court tried to squeeze it into Blubaugh here. Schwemley knifing in. Eve coast to coast, and nobody cashes in defense to offense quite like number 23. Just able to manipulate you, kind of force bad passes. One of the steals leaders in the MOAC this season. Excellent fake, Whitaker all alone. How about it? Got all the eyeballs going in one direction. She goes the other. Pumps the lead back up to 6. Baker trying to change that. And an offensive rebound. 2nd chance opportunity. And the Lady Whippets will keep it. Heads up play by the senior Charlie Neese. She's another one of those stat stuffing type of players. Not a huge score for them, but does a lot of other things well. Poked away from Baker, down to the floor, tripped up, no whistle comes. Out ahead of the pack, how about Pelkey? She's fresh into the mix off the bench. Coach Sellers, he dives into his reserves early. He'll play them often here tonight. Go about 10 deep and just try to keep it active out there on the defensive side of things. Pressure, pressure, pressure. When you need your quick blows, he's willing to give it to him. Ramsey looked a little bit rushed that time. She's 0 for 2 to start the night. Pelkey flips it forward. Blubaugh, left hand, able to snake it back in bounds. Bechtel already hit from there, a little short, but here's Rosie Stover. Second chance points. The Colts in fuego. It's a double-digit deficit already. Schwemley sensing the moment's big, trying to chase down her own miss. Gets flung down to the ground. Stover using that nice big frame. And now they'll find her underneath. Rosie Stover, 4 quick points. Look at the smile, the emotion. Clear Fork off to a 14-2 start. They led for most of the first meeting over at Shelby. Had a decent lead, 5 to 7 points, going late into the third quarter before an absolute avalanche led by Serena Ramsey. But you gotta love this though, if you're a fan of LCP, lighting it up from long range. Just a great move that time from Whitaker. If you're not gonna play defense, as you see, there's no defenders within a few feet of the basketball here on a couple of these buckets. Stover with the rebounds. And one more time, just a good look. Colts off to an excellent start. As promised, dive into the comments section here. I see the last few coming in. I'm on Facebook right now. Pat Keene says, go, go, go. Jeannie Roberts bringing home Colts from Fort Myers Beach. Beautiful place, visited there for the first time this summer. Looking to go back this year as well. And then Kathy Moon, let's go Lady Whippets. Trying to be encouraging, and boy, do they need it. No Lexi Moon tonight, and the turnover starting to pile up. A couple of these unforced as well, just in terms of the decision-making for Shelby, so they're costing themselves. Wine hands off Barnett. Back to Stover, it's a little behind her. It's good to have backup. That was Wine here. He gets clocked in the face there by Sophia Long. Be just the first foul on either side though. We are about halfway here into the first quarter. And big ovation here for the 3 bench players that just checked out for the Lady Colts. Played some solid minutes. 2 great minutes. Stover really contributing. Pelkey as well. Half the points coming from that reserve bunch. Here's Haley Thrush, a little bump, and it'll be poked out of bounds. It's Natalie Kennard getting in between the pass. Nice read for her here. Lob it in. Blubaugh, who was the inbounder. She's always dangerous on those special plays. Surprised no kick ball call. Maybe off the ankle, but it'll race out of bounds. Kennard on the chase. It went off of her leg. Whitaker turns, fires out to Bechtel. Off target with her last 2. Here's Schwemley with a head of steam. Eve Schwemley, hop step down the lane. Gorgeous move right there. She's got all 4 points for the Lady Whips. Blubaugh, extra pass to the corner. And now the ball rolls free, deflected. Big block by Charlie Neese, but it sets up a triple try. Kaboom! 6 points now for Brinley Barnett. Monster first quarter here for Clear Fork. And they've got another opportunity for some easy money. It's Barnett to the rack. She's got 8 of the 19. And the fact that Blubaugh has not had to score yet, and they've got the sizable lead, it's an excellent sign here for the Lady Colts. Diving back into their bench. Pelkey, Wine back into the mix. Stover as well. So it's about every 90 seconds here, Scott Steller sending girls over to the scores table. As that one up for grabs, and I think we'll get a loose ball foul. Indeed, we will against Sophia Long. And both Shelby fouls here against Sophia. Coach Lance checks her out. Chloe Mayheck now into the mix. Mayheck, one of only 2 sophomores that get playing time at the varsity level this year. From the high post, nice ball fake, Blubaugh through traffic. Now Wine had it deflected. Still here by Kennard. And Shelby wisely finds Eve Schwemley. She'll put it up her first 3-point try. And poked out of bounds by Shelby. Looked like it was thrust out of there by the right hand of Natalie Kennard. Picks by Jill. Does an excellent job of highlighting a lot of our local sports scene, and specifically here at Clear Fork. She says, work hard, ladies. There's a lot of hearts out there. Jonathan Langdon just simply, whoa. Pretty surprised to see Clear Fork come out with this 15-point cushion. And now they're going with the 4 corners, made famous by North Carolina under Dean Smith way a long time ago. But what this does is it opens things up for the dribble drive. Wine almost able to take advantage. Slow roll off the rim. Ramsey with a big board, and she gets fouled. Ramsey solid down on the block. Just overall an excellent athlete. Sure-handed too. Another travel here against Shelby. 5th giveaway so far here for the Lady Whippets. That's one area where Shelby's really done an excellent job this year. Schwemley, who's always playing downhill, averages a shade over 2 turnovers per game. Nobody else really up around there. So they take care of the basketball on an individual basis, and that's why they've been as dominant as they have. Blubaugh, series of moves, poked out off of her. Things slapped out of her hands. We'll double check the NC State College replay. Yeah, and that's right off of the thigh too. Just the 2nd giveaway for the Lady Colts, so got a nice cushion in that department. It'll be a Lady Whippet throw-in coming up here right in front of the Stampede. Actually, kind of taking it easy right now here on Alyssa Booker. Usually they're going to be bending the back ears, giving her some positive words of encouragement, I'm sure. Here she is from the corner. Huge 3 from Booker. Just her 8th make of the season from downtown. And Shelby, unlike Clear Fork, not a team that really rests on living and dying from long range. This is more their bag of tricks. Great setup here by Schwemley. But the Colts answer right back. Big shot from Thrush. 22 points here in the opening frame against the Shelby defense. Very impressive. Schwemley matches. 7 points now for Eve. Gets it back down to a 10-point game. Colts obviously want to hold for the final shot here. Whitaker asking for someone to come out, offer some assistance. They'll have to get it up in a hurry. Barnett behind the horn. But a great opening frame here for the Lady Colts. They've got a 10-point lead as we head to quarter number 2.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. so you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe.
Second quarter action just about set to begin here in the Valley. Lady Colts with the basketball. They also lead by 10 points here in this battle of the top two teams in the MOAC, both looking for a 13th consecutive victory. Impressive stuff so far at both ends of the floor for the Lady Colts, but they give it away. That's their fourth turnover now. They were taking care of the basketball well to the last couple of minutes. Shelby can't make them pay, though, at the other end. And they'll tie them up. Jump ball will stay down here. That's a little graphic set. I'm Brian Skowronski. Let me know who you are, where you're watching from here tonight. Drop me a comment. We'll feature you in the fan zone. And I'm told lots of you out there watching. 500 plus on Facebook and YouTube. And haven't checked in on the Twitter yet. But we're live and free there as well. Or as Elon would like us to say, it's X now. So Twitter X. And there's my X Factor, Serena Ramsey. She's had a tough shooting night so far. Still 0 for. I think she's had 3 attempts. And she was a huge difference maker round 1 over at Shelby. High point scorer in the game. Different look defensively here. It's a 2-3. You're going to have to be really active if you're Shelby. And this girl, boy, she has just got paws of an elite tigress that's out in the wild trying to swat down her dinner, her prey on the night. Schwemley, there's a reason why Ohio Dominican needs her to come join the program this next year. Big numbers, as we showed you in the pregame, and all of them way up from a season ago when she won the League Player of the Year. This year, almost 21 points per game, 7 points better this season. She's really taken her body, her conditioning to the next level, and her skill set too, though she gives it away, but the Lady Colts return the favor. Schwemley with a miss from downtown. And the first timeout taken by Coach Sellers. Maria Schisler cheering on the Lady Colts from somewhere tonight. Let me know, Marie, where are you watching from? She says, let's go Colts. Looking up some other comments. Julia Weaver St. Clair cheering on the Lady Whippets over on Facebook tonight. Michelle Black would like to see the Whippets play inspired. And then Jennifer Wetzel-Stollard says, let's go Colts. No points yet here in the second quarter.
Brian, tonight's game is brought to you by Mechanics Bank, Carothers Pest Control, Spherion Mid-Ohio, North Central State College, and Home and Kitchen Supply with support by Whitaker Myers.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson, with our sponsor update for tonight. And this was kind of a late ad. Did not initially have it on our calendar. We allow the teams that we work with to pick their own games, and Clear Fork actually didn't have this one, but you know we got to be here for two teams that are competing for the top spot, and with Shelby going for the league championship. More juice than a high C factory here on the docket tonight in the Valley. I showed up in the parking lot 6 p.m. and normally I can find a reasonable parking spot right before the JV. Nice long hike for me across the parking lot here tonight in Clear Fork. So great to see. Excellent turnout here tonight. Nice take for Barnett. Whitaker gonna clean up the mess. First point of the night for Lillian Whitaker. Love what she does for this team. Doesn't necessarily care so much about the scoring. Less than 4 points per game. This is what she does. The extra energy and effort. Fantastic passer. And now Ramsey talking to herself. She's in her own mind right now. 0 for 4 from the field. And it just looks like it's a little bit rushed right now offensively for number 14. Coach Lance recognizing that. She'll check out for a little bit. Whippets back in their man-to-man. Wine baseline drive. Bechtel hit from there earlier. Blubaugh poked away, losing the handle. Now on the break, it's Charlie Neese. She's into the score sheet. Now it's starting to become a balance attack here offensively for Shelby. Schwemley, 7 points. 4 other players have now scored. Blubaugh still looking for her first points of the evening. Fortunate to hang on to possession here. This might be one of those situations, even though the lead's right where they left it coming into the second quarter, doesn't feel like the same type of spark that the Lady Colts had offensively earlier. So this might be where Mel looks to kind of pull her own card. And right on cue, lets it rain from way outside. Fifth made three-pointer tonight for the Clear Fork Lady Colts, and they've been doing this too. Another Shelby giveaway. Blubaugh off the hesitation, steps in a little bit closer now. Boom! What an exciting season she's had so far. Tough break here. You can feel the momentum flowing. The current all going with the Lady Colts. And you don't see a lot of contact there in that NC State College replay. It was Ashton Wine who picks up the personal. That's going to be her second. Scott Sellers going to take her out. Changes on the other side too for Natalie Lance with Trin Baker back out onto the floor, replacing Booker. They'll just lob it inside, and Chloe Mayheck able to make the most of her size advantage in there. Just establish herself with excellent positioning. 4 points now for Mayhack. And reach-in foul will go on Trinity Baker. Just trying to sell that one. Try to get an offensive foul on Barnett. Pelkey's out, so is Wine. And an update from the cheering section here for the Lady Colts. We were kind of keeping an eye on Erin Blubaugh, the mother of Miss Mel, and not really impressed after the first three, I guess. Finally got her hands clapping together there after the second. So that family always here at every sporting event, even when their kids aren't playing. It's fantastic to always see the Blubaughs get involved. Tipped out of bounds there by Mayheck, you see on the replay. So it gives it back over to the Lady Colts, 3 in a row. She's on fire, folks. Mel Blubaugh putting on a show here for the last 90 seconds. And she does have Superman's cape hiding underneath that white jersey sometimes, though she'll draw the personal foul here. I think it will be the first on Melody. And how about the first free throws that we're going to experience so far in this game, coming at the 3:30 mark before we get to the halftime break. One more still to come here for Sophia Long as a 3-packet changes here for Coach Sellers. Long splits the pair. 16-point lead here for the Lady Colts. Blubaugh filling it right now, trying to skirt her way through traffic, and it'll result in a giveaway. Each team with 5 turnovers here in the frame. Melody's going to take a quick seat. And that's kind of the difference in terms of the rotation for Clear Fork and then Shelby, is that they're a little bit deeper. They play in shorter fractions of the game, so brief sections where they can go out there, give it their all. Shelby's got a few more girls that are playing more than 20 minutes. We'll get a shot foul here. This will go on Stover, and 2 more free throws on the way. These will belong to Chloe Mayheck. She's just 67% on the season. Hasn't shot a ton. That's only her 10th attempt. Short rest here as the 3 subs for Coach Sellers checking out, and he felt that they had some momentum going with the 5 that was on the floor, stretching this lead out the way that they did, out to 16 plus. As Mayheck hits the second. Thrush, baseline drive, and she gets hit on the arm. She'll shoot the first 2 free throws of the night for the Lady Colts.
Whippets number 21,
Mayheck with her first foul. 3rd team foul on Shelby. Thrush pumps her point total up to 4 now to go along with that triple. 2 swishes there for Haley Thrush. Now 18 of 26 for the season from the charity stripe. Barnett got away with a little reach in there. Tough pass, too tall. Ramsey can't collect. Double-digit giveaways for Shelby here tonight. Three's a little short from the corner. Ramsey. Rebound down by the hip region. Schwemley, quick first move. A lot of attention being paid to her, of course, on the drive. And, oof. I thought that was just a bad pass. Bechtel didn't argue, maybe just because she's a polite kid. I didn't see it. I'm told that was the first rebound that we've seen this quarter. Coming on that last possession. Step through for Schwemley. Too much. Ramsey finally gets it to go. Slow start for Ramsey. Pivotal bucket for him right there. And maybe that's all she needs to kind of turn the corner on the night and forcing this bad pass too. So Shelby trailing by 15, a chance to try to seize a bit of momentum here, get back-to-back buckets, try to eat away at this deficit. Schwemley buries her second triple. First player in double figures tonight. Blubaugh can join her. She comes away with points here this possession. She's definitely got the speed advantage here on Serena. Colts don't have to try to push the pace, but if you get a look that good from her. Now Neese got it taken away. Here comes Brinley Barnett, coast to coast. Strong move, left hand. Takes a hop off the front of the rim, but she's got 2 free throws coming up. Colts have really done an outstanding job tonight of getting on the stampede when they've had opportunities to get out and run. It's resulted in some fast break points. And now a couple free throws. It's the first hops its way through. Barnett can join Shelby's Schwemley as the top point scorer in the game if she knocks this one down. Nothing but net that time for Brinley Barnett. Just 50% on the season coming into tonight. Mayheck, nice move to get around the defender. Whitaker able to recover. It ends up in the hands of Schwemley. That's butter, baby. third made trifecta for Schwemley. She's gotten so much better from long range. 31 makes on the season now and shooting at a 40% clip, so she's not necessarily a volume type of cat when she gets that downtown view. She just knows when to pick her moments, and so far here tonight, she's 3 of 4 from outside. Blubaugh had cashed in 3 in a row. She's now off target with the last couple. 30 seconds here for Coach Lance's bunch. And this is one of those spots where if you get a clean look, you'll likely try to take it. If not, try to make the most of the timing. Travel here against Eve. Upset with herself. And for you young players out there, that's why you don't leave your feet when you don't necessarily know what your next move is going to be. Blubaugh off the drive, triple team. She don't care, puts it up. Loose ball foul inside, and that's going to go against Shelby, and they've got no more to give. That'll be foul number 5, and will result in 2 more shots for Brindley Barnett, who just went 2 for 2. Three straight now for the junior. (16 of 29 on the season. That average skyrocketing, and we'll continue. Lead back up to 13. Closing seconds, pretty good look. Way outside, banks open late. I bet it was mechanics. That's better if you're a Shelby fan, as Natalie Kennard makes good on her 9th made triple of the campaign. Back to a 10-point game in this MOAC clash. The top 2 teams in the league. Shelby looking for a 7th consecutive league chip with a victory here tonight, but they've got some work to do. Clear Fork trying to tie for that number 1 spot. We'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have all the stats you need to know. I'll give you some thoughts on what we've seen so far here tonight. It's got some final scores from around the area, but like we always do for Lady Colts home games, we're going to keep the action here for about 2 minutes. It's the minis taking over your eyeballs, and it's going to be very impressive. Enjoy.
Hey, Travis, what's up?
Oh, not much. What's that sound?
Just working on some long overdue improvements here.
Whoa.
Fit for a Hall of Famer. Hi, I'm Joe Bellevue. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can't move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. Time to go hard and put your game face on. Ruthless, ruthless. This is the moment movies get based on. This is the moment movies get based on. Fire in the bones, watch me fire up the songs.
Tonight's live and free girls basketball game is brought to you by Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. By Carothers Pest Control. Got a pest? Call the best. 419-342-6841. Spherion Mid-Ohio. Spherion Mid-Ohio is proud to support their local athletes, and they know the foundations that make great employees are woven into the teamwork, focus, drive, and perseverance given in each practice and game. Spherion Mid-Ohio, let's get to work. North Central State College, providing individuals with the knowledge, skills, and inspiration to succeed in their chosen paths. Also by Home and Kitchen Supply, your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths and windows and doors since 1970. And by our friends at Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, locally owned financial planner that boasts the endorsement of national money expert Dave Ramsey and the team at Ramsey Solutions. Now we turn attention to Brian Skowronski and the halftime show here from Les Howenstein Gymnasium.
It is time for your halftime show, brought to you by Carothers Pest Control. Give them a call. Tell Jack I sent you. Who knows? They might kill a bug for free on me. See that halftime score, 10-point cushion here for Clear Fork. They led by as many as 16. They had it going on there. A couple of nice stretches for them. Really came out of the gates hot. Defensively, they have really been getting it done, forcing 14 giveaways by the Lady Whippets, a few of those resulting in some fast break points. On the flip side, offensively, how about 7 trifectas for the Lady Colts? They average a shade over 9 makes from beyond the arc per game, so they're able to get it done here. Just saw Annika Labaki walk by. Nobody's done it better than her shooting the 3, so she kind of set the tone, I think, for what this program is doing this season, and maybe inspires from the bleachers as well when she's looking on. Perfect from the free throw line here for the Lady Colts. That's always going to help. Those are just little bonuses when you can have that type of consistency from the line, and then rebounding. Not a ton to be had. There were plenty of makes, and then with all the turnovers as well, just a slim margin of 7-5 favoring the Lady Whippets. Got a final score for you guys. I saw Seneca East was able to win tonight. A big game at Buckeye Central. They're one of the few teams that are still within striking distance in the Northern 10. This sharpshooter right here, well, actually on both sides, Schwemley and Mel Blubaugh, the two players that are competing for the Player of the Year within the MOAC, going back and forth. Schwemley 13 points, 9 for Mel, and all coming in about a 90-second stretch. You just saw all 3 makes, but kaboom, the other way. Schwemley was able to find a couple of answers. 2 amazing seasons for these 2 seniors. There's the numbers. They tell the story. It's really tough to choose. You see just a slight advantage for Eve in each statistical category. However, she plays more minutes than Melody does, and I think just does a little bit extra or is needed to, whereas Clear Fork's got some more depth. They've got a few kids that I think that you can really rely on to handle the basketball. Coach Sellers has made a point to go to his reserves pretty early, and that's why they're in a great position here, looking to knock off Shelby for just the second time since joining the MOAC. And as you saw in the standings, they can tie for the top spot with just 2 games remaining in the MOAC season. So Shelby looking to win outright for a 7th consecutive year. They can at least get a piece and go to 12-0 in the conference with a victory. A lot of work still to be done. Pleasant 0-2 against Clear Fork this season. Shelby still has to play them for a second time. LCP with the basketball to open things up as we say hi to you guys out there watching again here live and free on our main YouTube. Haley Thrush picking up where the team left off. Another splash from long range, her second make from downtown. Baker, nice pass. They'll move it along opposite corner now. The skip, Eve, little hop step, and got some help from Serena Ramsey, just kind of shielding off the defense. 15 now for Schwemley. Barnett steps into a triple. They're 2 for 2, just like they started the night. Made their first 3 triples to tip off the competition. And what a spark that can provide for you down at this end. And a slick pass, too, a little nutmeg to even set that thing up. Schwemley dips it down low. Baker able to recollect it. Now a bump and a foul here on Asia Bechtel. See how much she's grown, I think even just during the season, Asia. And as a player, too. Just a sophomore, averaging over 7 points per game. Collects a couple rebounds, nearly 2 steals, too. Came off the bench early in the season and played so well, the Coach Sellers wanted to see her out there more often. Floater falls here for Sophia Long. First made field goal tonight for Sophia. Whitaker from the high post. Over the top of the defense. Catch and release. Blubaugh again, her 4th made trifecta tonight. Colts have 10 as a unit. Schwemley surveys, now picks up her bounce to the corner. Trinity Baker, extra look, and it's a bad pass. Air meld inside, tried to get it to Ramsey. She had another idea. She was starting to come off of her spot down low. And this will be 2 shots here for Blubaugh. Just creating a one-lady break off the steal, end-to-end, right into the body of Schwemley. Earning a pair here from the charity stripe. Colts now 7 for 7. Stover, Wine, Pelkey continue to be that hockey lineup shift here. Blubaugh misfires, but last touch by Shelby. It'll stay down at this end offensively. Largest lead the Clear Forks enjoyed tonight, looking to expand on it. Blubaugh up top, chased down by Ashton. Now Mel pops it, and tough angle. Up and under Mike and drill for Thrush. Third look and a fourth. 4 looks, no points. And now Schwemley with the basketball, looking to go end to end. Here's Eve, fouled, left hand, count it. So scraps left on the table for Clear Fork. Coming up with all those offensive rebounds and then back the other way. Little bit of a gut punch there as Schwemley with a 4-point swing, trying to make it a 5th, standing at the free throw line. Short breather again here for Bechtel, Brindley, and Lilly and Weichel. Pelkey remains out there with them, along with Melody Blubaugh. Extended zone look here for the Whippets. They leave an open shooter. It's Pelkey. Loose ball foul. This will favor Shelby. It's going to be the 3rd foul here against Lady Colts. 2nd tonight on Asia. Coach Sellers asking for his girls to get up and defend, wants some full court action. It's when they've been at their best. Really been able to speed up Shelby into some uncharacteristic giveaways. Great look, Ramsey, the recipient off the feed from Eve. Second made field goal tonight. Baker goes airborne, looking like Dennis Rodman right there in front of the Clear Fork bench. I always appreciate the ladies selling out on those type of plays. But it still remains down here at this end. Clear Fork. Backdoor cut. Brindley Barnett left it hanging. Nice look. And Shelby, all of a sudden, things were looking bleak. They can get it under 10. Domineering down the lane. Schwemley on her way back to the charity stripe.
Lady Colts, number 3, Blubaugh. That's her 2nd team score. The foul has brought Schwemley to the line. Returning the game for the Lady Colts, number 3.
Schwemley now with 17 points.
And for the Whippets, it's number 3, Booker.
So it's back down to 9. Barnett turns the corner, and she'll get fouled here with her shot attempt, the left hands. Barnett with a nice streak going from the free throw line tonight. Confident shooter up there. Leading scorer tonight for Clear Fork with 15. 5th consecutive made free throw too. Brindley stays perfect at the line. Now here comes some of the pressure. Getting Schwemley involved a bit more as a ball handler. Barnett's got the task of trying to match up with her. Plenty of help though, that was Wine. Left an open shooter, not even close though for Kennard. And both teams tie it up. Jump ball stays in the hands of the home team. Little fake in the block shot. Rozzy Stover looking for the postage stamp. Didn't see none, so returns it back where it came. Let's take a second look. Help side defense sagging off. Gorgeous timing. Didn't even leave her feet. Get a full timeout taken by Shelby. It's a Home and Kitchen Supply timeout. It's been seesaw action here in the third. Shelby made a nice spurt after Clear Fork came out of the gates, knocked down their first 3 triples. Thrush, Barnett, and Blubaugh each connecting from long range. Since then, Schwemley having an excellent third quarter. She's got 6 here in the frame. Ramsey's chipped in with a couple long as well with 2. And with that, I'll see what you guys are talking about out there in the live chat. 272 people all watching live and free on our main YouTube channel right now. And Adam Smith appreciating us for the local sports coverage. What's up, Adam? Cheering on the Colts tonight and likes the new intro video. Appreciate that. Seth Searinger just says, let's go. So you have to let me know, Seth. Do you have a rooting interest tonight, or do you just like seeing quality basketball? Maddie letting her allegiance be known out there. She says, go Whippets. Checking in on Facebook here in a second, too. See what you crazy kids are getting into over there. And I'm told 50 of you all watching together in the Twitter sphere. So that's new for us. We're going to start doing 1 game per night when we have live streams on Twitter X. Barnett picked up. Ramsey has to find her. So she's got the advantage out there on the perimeter if they can get it back to Brindley. And she's having one of the best nights offensively of the whole year as Blubaugh gets her pocket picked, but she rebounds. Almost got a block shot. Instead, she'll land Sophia Long on the free throw line after coming up with the rip.
That's her third, team's 5th. The foul has brought Long to the line.
Whippets so good at turning over the competition. When you look at league games this year, 38 turnovers they forced against Galleon. That's a season best. 25 Harding. Clear Fork only gave it away 10 times in their first meeting. As Long splits the pair here. Ramsey up pressuring on Lillian Weichel. 2 stat stuffers going head to head. Results in the second foul here on Serena. Third team foul. Shelby's in the bonus. They'll shoot the rest of the way these final 3 minutes, 5 seconds. Schwemley looking to pester Brindley Barnett. She needs to call Carothers if you got a pest. Now Weichel sizing up Serena. Keeps the bounce alive. Little step through. Nice footwork inside for Lillian Weichel. Second bucket tonight. 4 points right on her season average scoring. Downhill, hop step, Schwemley. Really high pointed that thing, great lob. But it's collected here by Lillian, looking to get out and run up ahead of the pack. Asia Bechtel, if they can find her, here she is. Tipped out of bounds, the recovery speed. Nice acceleration from Schwemley to get back involved.
Number 22, Ryan, and number 30, Elkie.
I see my wife, Jory Skowronski, is watching live and free. Courtside from Baylong Court in Ontario. We're looking to change that name, though. You'll see a little bit later this season. I think it's been Baylong Court 1 year too many. So coming up on the Joe Show in a couple of weeks, you'll see our new name. Too much sauce that time. Kind of needed the mild. That was the hot sriracha from Mel. And it leads to Long stepping in to a deuce. Second made field goal here in the quarter spins out. And a loose ball foul against the Lady Colts. So you feel a little bit of that pendulum starting to sway over into Clear Fork's side of things. Shelby, rather, I should say, is off the loose ball foul. Will get more free throws. No time coming off the clock. The second on Stover. And a chance to get this down to 8 points for Booker. Hasn't shot a lot of free throws this season, just a dozen attempts. It's now her 7th make. Booker looking for her 5th point, can't book it. And the long rebound out taken by Wine, who gets bumped. Long thought maybe she stepped out of bounds. Trying to plead the case, but this isn't like the criminal court system where you get to get out there and talk to a jury of 12. It's just that one guy in the stripedy shirt, and he said there was a foul that came first. The 4th on Shelby here in the frame, and 2nd overall on Alyssa. Long picks up Blubaugh. Mel in between the legs with the pass for Wine, so they get tied up. Giveaway here from Blubaugh. Second of the quarter. He sends ahead. Here's Long off the catch. Finds Schwemley in heavy traffic, and the extra English and emotion just flowing out of the senior. The defending MOAC Player of the Year. Bringing so much juice after the make, it was worthy of a replay.
The foul has brought Schwemley to the line.
Schwemley's got 9 points now here in the quarter. 21 total, that's already ahead of her season average. And what do they say about the primetime players? When the shine from the brights lights up above come down, they play their best. It's been the case for her tonight. Now Ramsey's starting to have her fill. Six points for Serena. Things tighten it up a bit, just a 2-possession game. But we'll get some free throws here for Mel Blubaugh, trying to cool things off a bit here for the Lady Whippets.
That's her 3rd, team's 5th.
Mel tonight 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Nobody gets there more often for LCP than Blubaugh. She's shot twice as many free throws than anybody else on the Clear Fork roster. Nice percentage too, over 70%. Knocks that one down. Two for 2 for Melody. She's now 3 of 4 from the free throw line tonight. Pretty significant final minute for each side here. Shelby has already put themselves back in the game. Clear Fork would love a chance to get back on offense and try to stretch things out. Quite the opposite strategy, of course, here for the Lady Whippets. Looking to figure out this 2-3 zone look Coach Sellers is throwing at them. Hesitation, Charlie through traffic. Gets it back out for Eve, bottoms up. One of the newest members of the 1,000-point club, adding 24 more here tonight and counting. Whitaker going to work inside off the block. Bit of a wild shot. Final seconds. Nice, will she recognize? It's a little behind the horn. But the Lady Whippets come storming back. They outscore Clear Fork by 7 in the frame. We got a game on our hands, folks, heading to money time.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
Think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it.
We have arrived at money time. Fourth quarter action here on hand at Les Houndstein Gymnasium. Will the Shelby Lady Whippets cash in a big W for yet another MOAC championship, their 7th in a row, or will the Lady Colts find a deposit for a slim upset victory here tonight when it matters most at the end of the season and try to continue their win streak to 13 in a row? We're going to find out together here live and free. So I say hi to Connie Bucky Burrows cheering on the Whippets. She won't like that shot. Pretty stuff right there, and a big smile from Lillian Whitaker. Triple team, someone got to be open underneath. Slick find, Booker gets it done. 6 points now for Booker, second made field goal. Lillian skip pass, nobody around the sharpshooter. Thrush, typically you can count on her to make the open looks. Jump ball headed the other way. 23-14, Lady Whippets out-duel Clear Fork there in that third quarter. Gotten right back here into the contest. Just a one-possession game. Can't get the friendly roll here on the road there. Blubaugh settles. Little misinterpretation of what to do with the basketball there, so Coach Sellers gonna burn a timeout, courtesy of Home and Kitchen Supply. You see 2-2 so far in this quarter, 3-point difference on our Mechanics Bank scoreboard. And want to say hi to Carol from Fran Daniels Miller. Anita Longring says, let's go Whippets. Max J. McCafferty says, go Colts. And hello to Jason Garber. Susie Roberts said, sweet 3, Nat, a little while back. Carol Toms saying hello to Carrie. And finally, Dora watching from Johnsville tonight. I see we also have Big League Travis Berardi, Jonathan No Nickname Langdon tuning in, a couple OH reporters. Kind of need a little pet name for Jonathan, so I'm sure you guys have heard his voice on many a broadcast. If you're a fan of the OH report, drop me a comment bomb if you've got any ideas of what we can call Jonathan. Don't call it no comeback right now is what Shelby's trying to say. Blubaugh, though, whirling and puts it in like she's fresh out of the teacup at the carnival. Still at her wits about her. Looking for some sprinkles to go on top of the ice cream cone with the and one. 8 points in the second half for Melody Blubaugh. She can boost her scoring total up to 18 with the make. She drills it. 4 of 5 from the free throw line tonight for number 3. So a little counter punch here from the senior for the Lady Colts. Zipped into traffic. Great find over the top of the defense. Nice on target to Ramsey, who after a slow start, she's really settled in nicely. 6 points here in the second half. But it parts like the Red Sea. It's like Moses coming through. Nah, it's just Blubaugh. Added 2 more to her total. 3 ball back the other way. Karam's off. Mel doing it all right now. The rebound and gets fouled on her way up the floor. Second team foul against the Lady Whippets. Blubaugh's gonna check out, getting a much-deserved breather. Few fresh faces back into the lineup here. Ashton Wine returns, as does Pelkey. Barnett handling the rock. Uses the screen from Weichel around. Now here's Barnett, gets a little sliver through the window. Punched out of there, and the loose ball foul will go against Pelkey. And she's down and face down on the floor. It's Thrush, rather, who landed awkwardly, excuse me. Looked like she hit her face on the floor and might be bleeding. Yeah, definitely, she's got some blood coming out of her nose right now. Show it to you on the NC State replay. Schwemley's kind of blocking your angle there to see, but certainly Haley losing a lot of blood out of her nose. They got the trash can catching some of that puddle right now. So I'll step aside for a moment and let Mr. Adam Thompson take over.
Thanks, Brian. Tonight's live and free girls basketball game is brought to you by our friends over at Mechanics Bank, Carothers Pest Control, Spherion Mid-Ohio, North Central State College, and Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers. Are they booing my reading? I missed something. They're booing, so.
I thought it went fine. It's
Maybe
probably
not.
more that the bloody player on the floor is not getting the whistle. It's going against her. So pretty pro section over in the Stampede.
Oh, well, good, because I had one more. Also, Home and Kitchen Supply. I just wanted to make sure everybody was booing on me. Probably not the worst thing that this floor has seen tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. As the cleanup crew here, Jess Brokaw, one of the best in the business, athletic director here in the Valley. Her assistant helping make sure that we've got a clean playing surface right in front of the Clear Fork student section. 2 big performances from our MOAC Player of the Year candidates. Jake Furr said that he's going to vote them, and he does not have a say in who actually determines that, but he will pick them as the News Journal Co-Players of the Year. And 20 points for Melody here tonight, 24 so far for Eve Schwemley. Right on target with what we kind of all anticipated. They've had unbelievable seasons going, and they continue here in the biggest moments. Schwemley looking for the setup this time. Nice. Too much, long rebound out, and a foul here on Serena Ramsey. 3rd foul on Serena. Under 5 minutes to go here. Every possession becomes just a little bit more important when the clock starts squeezing down a bit, and these possessions just have a little bit more value hanging on them. Colts regained theirs right here. Almost a bad giveaway. And Shelby, they've just been so dominant on the defensive side of things. Not used to seeing this many points on the board. Colts, though, can't add any. And Blubaugh called for a reach-in. So Kennard, after the strong rebound, gets the 3rd personal foul. Actually, the 4th against Melody. So that's a pretty big whistle right there. Coach Sellers just barking in and letting Melody know, you've only got 1 more to go. You got to be smart. Doesn't want to see Melody cheat either. Try to stay close to Schwemley as much as possible. Extra pass ends up short corner. Ramsey misfires inside. Offensive rebound, the stick back from Mayheck. She's kind of made her living down there off the block here tonight. 7 points, 3 made field goals. Colts going to spread them out as they feel things tightening up again, down to a 4-point game. Whitaker can't change it. Ramsey with yet another board. She has been basically just dominating in that department for Shelby tonight. Sophia Long back out into the mix here for Coach Lance. Mayheck going to get a break. Rozzy Stover, too, into the game for the first time in the fourth. The lob, really challenging catch, but it's made. And now Schwemley tried to dart in between a pair. Defenders lost the handle. Crucial possession here for the Lady Colts, trying to extend this lead. Nearly a 5-second call. I saw the referee's hand gets a 4 on the count. Backdoor cut, the setup. Stover thinks better of taking a shot from the short corner. Now Barnett wide open, bumped. Hard foul will send Brinley Barnett back to the free throw line. And that's been her happy place here tonight. Perfect outing so far, 6 of 6 for Barnett. And she's been a great second option offensively tonight, along with Mel Blubaugh, who's got the 20 points. It's now 18 for Brinley. That's a confident-looking shooter up there at the free throw line. This will be her 8th attempt. She's now got 21 makes on the season in 35 attempts. Schwemley off the catch, low dribble, steps through. Colts fans calling for a travel, and they'll get exactly that. Schwemley normally is able to get this step through, but had already picked up the bounce. The momentum had fallen off, so the referee determined it was good for a traveling violation. And that's going to be good for the 5th foul now against the Shelby Lady Whippets. So Clear Fork into the bonus in a big moment on the way here for Lillian Whitaker. Whitaker, the best free throw shooter percentage-wise for Clear Fork this season. It's just her 5th miss all year. But she goes 0 for 2 and leaves the window very much ajar here. 6-point game. But a foul on the arm here. Schwemley trying to establish herself. Close to being a jump ball. Wine had a paw on it. Instead, she picks up her 4th. So Ashton will come over, take a seat. Pelkey into the mix. Haley Thrush, evidently an eye injury. That's where she was losing some of the blood from. So her return is improbable at this point. As Shelby keeping possession, and looked like they were trying to make a sub. Coach Lance actually changed their mind, and instead she'll get Alyssa Booker in. She had Braylee Sturts waiting over at the scores table. Great execution, the soft touch off the glass. 30-second timeout taken by Coach Lance as her team claws back within 4. Colts have outscored them by 1 here in the frame, but it has been back and forth. Ramsey with 8 of her 10 here in the second half. She's been great. And I see Taylor Jackson now joining us, watching live and free after officiating the first game tonight. Good stuff from him. Kathy Roberts says, go Whippets. So does Connie. Here's a look at the second half play from Ramsey. Serena, such a dynamic playmaker, arguably the best athlete on the team. Maybe Schwemley, you know, they're the top two, obviously, in that department, and making the most of her size advantage. She normally enjoys that on any given night. And doing her best to try to keep Shelby in this ball game. One of 2 players in double-figure scoring right now for the Lady Whippets. Though Serena over on the sideline at the moment gets a little bit of a speed advantage when they switch Braylee Sturts out there. And Coach Sellers gonna burn a TO. Joshua Banks, who was just on the call live and free tonight, saying hello, hello. Well, hey there, Mr. Banks. 200 of you all watching together live and free on the Facebook. I'll head over to the YouTube side of things, see what's going on in the live chat over there, where we've got 328 of you all together. Seth says, rooting for the Lady Colts, particularly Ashton Wine. Such a great leader on this team is Ashton. Love what she brings in multiple sports. Obviously a dynamo on the soccer pitch as well, where LCP enjoyed a district championship for the first time in a while, and looking for the first league championship since 2004 is the Stampede here tonight. Coach Sellers, of course, it would be the first for him as a coach. Now in year number 5 on the sidelines here for the Lady Colts. What a job he's done with this program. Has really risen them to new heights. And the younger generation, you've seen the minis at halftime and what they have going on at the middle school ranks. They are going to be a force to be reckoned with. They miss fire on the shot, though, here on this possession. Here's Charlie Neese, double team that's tipped, deflected back out. Charlie able to race it down as Coach Lance takes another timeout with 88 seconds to go. And they'll return Serena Ramsey back into the mix. And there's some of the younger crew here on hand, jumping around. Love seeing the minis getting involved, and I think that's what Coach Sellers does just about as well as any program that we have in the area. I'll throw Natalie and the Lady Whippets too, and their JV getting a win here tonight on the road. A veteran group, but they are still undefeated on the season. So for both of these programs, obviously an incredibly bright future. It's going to be a bit more of a tough trail for Shelby next season when they graduate 8 seniors, and most of them getting some premium minutes. But it all boils down here to these final 85 seconds. Just a 2-possession game. Shelby's trimmed it down. They've been close, but have not been able to get over the hump. They have trailed the entire night. No lead changes, no ties either. Coach Lance wants another timeout. Wants a full this time. It's a home and kitchen supply timeout. So no change in terms of the points this quarter. Still 9-8 Clear Fork with the slimmest of margins. And cool to see this many people all tuning in. Girls basketball taking you here into the weekend. Saturday night, right? Kind of lost track of time here today. It's been a full day for me. Got to watch my son compete at the YMCA this morning. Tip my cap to Coach Taylor Eisman and his kid and the 4th grade team. Kind of smacking around my Tigers here today and my boy, but brighter future for them. We're doing a practice tomorrow to try to get better at the Y, so we'll see you guys in the Cavs, the Colt team, with a Sunday practice tomorrow. Can never stop improving.
Brian, I've been over to the Cup Cave numerous years. There's no chance. I don't know if many high school teams could beat the Ice Cubes.
Yeah, they run through a lot of plays, too. They've got more sets than the average varsity team, and this girl, more points, than your average player. 27 of them. Coach Lance Kim exploding out of her seat to call another timeout, as close as they've been all night since the opening bucket when Clear Fork come out and drained a 3 right away. And Coach Natalie again got a player over at the scores book changing her mind. She is so impressive, looking for another league championship, but watch her right here like a rocket ship flying over to make sure that she gets the timeout when she needed it. Back-to-back three-pointers in terms of the field goals made for Eve Schwemley. Let's count up her second half points. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 of her 27. And she's basically been perfect from the field. And that's a perfect scene over there, getting the youngins here live and free for your viewing pleasure. In the Ramsey skies for the board, 2-point game under 6. Ramsey skies for the board, 2-point game under 60 seconds to go. Last foul to give there for the Lady Colts, and that is the 5th here on Wine. So Ashton lost for the night. Bechtel will replace her. So it looks like we're back online. Sorry, folks, if you're watching live and free, you didn't miss much. Blubaugh went to the line, made 1 of 2. This is a huge shot, and it finds its home there from Booker. High fives all around on the sideline for the Lady Whippets. Their first lead of the night, and it comes in the closing seconds. Blubaugh thefted by Booker down to her knees. Ball's loose. Pelkey comes over to get it back. And now it's back over to Shelby. Unbelievable finish, especially if you're a fan of the Lady Whippets. Eve Schwemley, her determination. You see the grit, the pride on her face there. That tells the whole story. And now Asia Bechtel getting a warning as she stepped over into the boundary there on the inbound. And a little bit of sass there too from Sophia Long. I think this game doesn't mean anything to these players out here. This is everything on the line right now. Schwemley breaks free. Blubaugh, oh, that's gonna be her 5th. So Blubaugh is now fouled out. Ashton Wine done for the night. Stover will have to replace her. 21 points on the night for Melody. Mel did everything she could to try to just stay on the body and not pick up the foul, but that miss, a big one. First missed free throw tonight for Schwemley was 3 for 3. 28 points for Eve, but who's gonna step up? These are the moments normally where we'll see Mel Blubaugh kind of take over. Here's Pelkey, down the lane, double dribble. Tried to pick it up for the pass, changed their mind. Colts coming unravel a little bit here late in the 4th quarter. Coach Sellers recognizing that. The 5th-year coach gonna take a timeout, trying to talk things over with his team, who have been outscored by 5 here in the frame after a 23-14 Shelby 3rd quarter made it a game. If you're just joining us, the Lady Whippets look like they might be kind of left for dead, down by as many as 17, I think, was the biggest margin. They have battled back, weathered the storm, and here they are on top by 2. They've got the basketball, just 13 seconds remaining. Crazy finish. What's going on out there in the chat section? I'll go over to Facebook real quick and say hey to Ryan Stover. He says he hates to see either team lose this tonight. I agree. Joshua Banks, great time at the mountaintop. Looks like it's a great game at the corral. It has been indeed. Shelly says, go Booker, go Shelby. And then Kelsey Snyder, go Whippets. Boy, they have got to be enjoying the view and the viewership here late in the game. Got 600 people all watching together. 700, excuse me. And only 0.2 seconds coming off the clock. Asking for an intentional foul is Coach Lance.
Foul's been called on Lady Colts, number 14, Whitaker.
So a bit of a break here as Whitaker was trying to get the foul like right away. Took him a little while to register that, but the referee's over here at the scores table, and I think he's asking for at least a second perhaps to come off the clock. Still showing 13-1. They're going to say 2 seconds off the clock, so 11.6. Clutch free throw for Eve. She's hit her last couple. The most important one on the way to make it a 2-possession game. Ice in her veins. Got to get a shot very quickly here if you're Barnett. Right to Rack City. She left it short with the left hand. Coach Sellers calls off the Dogs. The Lady Whippets of Shelby remain perfect in the league. They stun Clear Fork with a huge fourth quarter on the heels of a ginormous third to clinch their 7th straight MOAC championship. Crazy finish here tonight at Les Houndstein Gymnasium. And the elation tells it all right there. This senior group for Shelby has been special their entire career, and they stay on top alone of the MOAC standings with the victory here tonight. We will step aside. We'll be back. We got to hear from the young lady with the 30-piece and the big free throws at the end. Eve Schwemley will be our most outstanding player. I'll have a conversation with her, plus our Carothers Pest Control postgame, all coming up live and free. Stay right there.
Coach B.
Hey, Travis, what's up?
Oh, not much. What's that sound?
Just working on some long overdue improvements here.
Whoa.
Fit for a Hall of Famer. Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. so you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can't move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. Time to go hard and put your game face on. Ruthless, ruthless. This is the moment movies get based on. This is the moment movies get based on. Fire in the bones, watch me fire up the songs. Let it burn 'em, burn 'em, burn 'em. Got the fire in the bones. Our desires, they become who we are. We go hard, giving up, no we're not. Yeah, the first step is showing up. Now we're here blowing up. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here. Yeah, the first step is showing up, hear them cheer. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here. We're blowing up, hear them cheer. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. Ruthless, ruthless. Give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless.
You just watched live and free high school girls basketball, and wow, what a game. That one was brought to you by Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank, by Carothers Pest Control. If you've got a pest, call the best, 419-342-6841. Spherion Mid-Ohio. They are proud to support their local athletes, and they know the foundations that make great employees are woven into the teamwork, focus, drive, and perseverance given in each practice and game. Spherion Mid-Ohio, let's get to work. North Central State College, providing individuals with the knowledge, skills, and inspiration to succeed in their chosen paths. Home and Kitchen Supply, your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows and doors since 1970. And by Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, locally owned financial planner that boasts the endorsement of national money expert Dave Ramsey and the team at Ramsey Solutions. We've got your MVP interview and post-game wrap-up coming up very shortly as soon as we can get our MVP. Oh, little spoiler alert on the way. Don't go anywhere.
We return now with our Spherion Mid-Ohio Most Valuable Player of the Night with another 30-piece when I'm in attendance, Eve Schwemley. Huge night, but a crazy second half. So break that down for me. You guys are down by as many as 17. You battle back. What type of gust did that take? And overall, just the performance, how were you guys able to get this done?
I mean, definitely defense. We had to pressure on the ball. We got some turnovers, got some steals, just gave us momentum every single second, and we came back because of our defense.
Unquestionably, and it felt like offensively there were moments in the game where you felt like you really needed to step up and kind of be that scoring leader. So to be able to come through senior season, big moment like this on the road when you're down big, how special was this to you?
It feels great. This is a huge league game for us, and it's just super exciting. We came in, we knew we needed to get a win, and after we were down a lot, it was kind of like, we got to push. I know it's possible, and we did it.
4 seasons, 4 league championships. You get another piece of it with the victory here tonight. Another special accomplishment for you. So to earn it with this group of girls, the other 7 seniors, this has to be a really cool ride.
Oh yeah, it's so special. We're all great friends. I love them all. It's so awesome.
Where I feel like your game has gotten a lot better this season is your 3-point shooting. You knocked down 5 tonight. Give me a little bit of insight as to just your preparation in the offseason and how you were able to take that to a new level, shooting 40% from long range.
I mean, yeah, I take a lot of time on the off season. I try to shoot on the gun as much as possible, get as much shots up as possible. My dad will pass me all the time. He always makes me do harder shots, so it is game-like and on the move, so I think that just helps me so much.
And I observed a special moment. Nice hug with your dad here after the victory. What does that mean to you to have former coach and he's in your corner, and obviously it sounds like he's trying to make you a better player every single week?
Yeah, he's great. He's my biggest supporter, him and my mom. And I know he also always got my back, and he is so special to me, and I just am so thankful for him.
Well, awesome performance for you again here tonight, Eve. I guess the most fun question, as we always have here, who do you want to shout out for this remarkable performance?
Just all my teammates. We all battled so hard, and I'm so proud of them.
All right, Eve Schwemley, your Spherion Mid-Ohio MVP, and now another league champion.
Coach B.
Hey, Travis, what's up?
Oh, not much. What's that sound?
Just working on some long overdue improvements here.
Whoa.
Fit for a Hall of Famer. Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Crazy finish tonight at the Colt Corral as we welcome you back inside of there for your Carothers Pest Control post-game show. And if you got a pest, you already know who to call. 69-65, the Lady Whippets somehow pull out the victory here on the road this evening. They led for the first time with under a minute to go. It was Clear Fork's game for the taking, and they just were unable to close the door in that fourth quarter after Shelby ran off 23 of the 47 points in the third quarter, and then they had another monster fourth, headlined, of course, by Eve Schwemley, who you just heard from, your MVP of the night. Another 30-piece, 10 field goals for her, and buried the last 3 free throws, all clutch ones, to make it a 2-score game and end up pulling off the unlikely victory. There it is, 17-10 in the fourth quarter after the 23-16 third quarter performance. Pretty crazy stuff. Back to the final stats. It just all kind of points in the direction you would think probably of a Clear Fork victory. They shot it great at the free throw line, committed fewer turnovers. They had some quality transition looks too, where they cashed in off of those giveaways. But it was Shelby turning the table, taking a page out of the Clear Fork book there in the end of the third into the fourth quarter. And all those 2-pointers, that is a ton there for Shelby to end up pulling off the victory here tonight. Should say they had 18 2-pointers, not 25. They had 25 total field goals. And over on the other side for Clear Fork, they had 10 threes and then 9 twos here tonight. There's a lot to digest from this one and take away, but could be a learning experience. I was just talking to Mel Bluebaugh's older brother AJ about these are one of those nights where sometimes you just got to provide some love and kind of showcase that it's okay. You still got the tournament to go. The league not completely out of reach. There's still a possibility if Shelby were to get upended over their last 2. Monster game on the schedule coming up here for Shelby. What a test they get here with Clear Fork and then Bellevue back-to-back. The exact same schedule that the Lady Colts had to play in mid-December, where they lost and then lost the second one in a row to Shelby and then Bellevue in back-to-back games. So that's what's up ahead. Perhaps a feel-good type of game and a get-back, a get-right type of contest when they head over to Highland for Clear Fork. And even though their 12-game win streak is snapped here tonight. Again, sometimes that can just re-energize a program. Look at the Ohio State football team and the run that they just went on after getting beat in the final game of the regular season in the game. And this is what's coming up ahead here the next couple of weeks on our live and free schedule that you can watch, of course, on our multitude of different channels now and experimenting with the Twitter X. And we're going to start going live as well on Instagram. And I see Kathy Dodge, Shelby superfan here in the building tonight. Just gave me a big thumbs up. What a special night here for the Lady Whippets. Just a stunning way to close out the show and walk out of here with their 7th consecutive league championship. That is going to do it, though, for us, but you see it's far from over always on the OH Report. We've got plenty more coming up, and some former Lady Colts, of course, here in the house. A couple of players for them from last year, actually a few of them that we have here in the building tonight. Some great legends, and Shelby too had some former players. Saw Isaiah Ramsey here in the house, Casey Lance. Actually, they're roommates at Ashland University with one another. They're both here cheering their Lady Whippets on to victory. What a night, what a performance from both teams. One of the commenters said it's a shame that somebody had to lose. I could not agree more, but you got to feel equally as happy for Shelby as you do disappointed for Clear Fork here in this game. Couldn't have showed you the contest without all of the contributions from our generous sponsors, bringing it to you live and free. They're all listed below, so thank you. Our heartfelt gratitude to each of them, along with Jess Brokaw and the folks over here at Clear Fork and the OHSAA for allowing us to do the live stream. For our producer, Adam Thompson, Jory Hollenbeck back at OH Report Studios, who puts together all the commercials for us, and Brandon Powell, our top cam operator. I am Brian Skowronski saying so long tonight. A big thank you to Jake Furr for joining us in the pregame. We'll see you next week. Lots of live streams on the way. Ta-ta, everybody.